What's up? Welcome to this video. I go by the name of Jonathan Belcher for those of you who don't know me. Before we get into this video today, we want to start with our daily affirmations. I always do these affirmations whenever I remember at the beginning of these videos. Affirmations, they sink deep down into the subconscious mind. The most important talk you can have is self-talk. Positive self-talk. If you're giving yourself positive self-talk, you're going to experience a positive life. You're going to experience more confidence. You're going to experience a change in the way you view yourself. So let's start off with our daily affirmation. I am rich. I am financially free. I am financially prosperous. Money flows to me effortlessly and abundantly. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am loved. One more again. We're going to do it one more time. I am rich. I am financially free. I am financially prosperous. Money flows to me effortlessly and abundantly. I am wealthy, I am healthy, and I am loved. I believe if you say that simple affirmation when you wake up in the morning, you will be blessed. You will be blessed. So let's get right into it today. I kind of had a slow start this morning. I woke up kind of late, later than normal for some reason. I guess I was more tired than I thought I was. But I've been meaning to shoot this video, right? And in this video, I really want to give you a story. I really want to give you a story and explain to you kind of that business is kind of like getting into a relationship or getting that girl you've always wanted or that man you've always wanted for you ladies out there. Like business is kind of like, I think when people get in business, unfortunately, they get afraid of like making money. It's like we go out there every day and we're consuming, we're buying things. But when it comes to us providing something of value to society where people can buy it from us, we feel bad about that. We got to change that mindset. We got to change that perspective. If you have something of value that you know is benefiting or will benefit society, you have a duty to share that thing. Me personally, I like to share my knowledge. I like to share my education, giving people skill sets on how they can make money online. I feel great about that. I feel great about giving people knowledge that they can use forever to create more income streams, to be able to make money on the go, to be able to make money in their sleep. Like, to me, I love doing that because I know that the education and stuff that I'm sharing is valuable. So I have no problem sharing that with the world. But business is a lot like getting the girl you've always wanted, just imagine yourself for a second. You're in a lounge and you're looking across the lounge and you're seeing that beautiful girl, or you're at a party, a get together at a home or something like that. You look across the room and you see this beautiful girl, right? And maybe she's there through a friend that you know, but she's beautiful. Something about her just catches your eye. And you're watching her, you're kind of watching her, not every move, but you're watching how she moves, you're watching her mannerisms because you're interested. You don't know her yet, you're going off of physical face value. A lot of times beauty attracts us, but then personality keeps us or repels us. So then you get this brilliant idea. You see the girl across the room, but you get this brilliant idea. You make a decision. You say, look, I'm going to go talk to this girl. I'm a little nervous. I don't know exactly what I'm going to say, but I'm going to compliment her, get to know her a bit, get to know her a little bit, get her talking a little bit. Hopefully we could find some type of connection or some type of common ground, or I get the number, whatever, yada. You want to take things to a new level. But the first thing is you got to make an initial contact with her. You can't just expect to just her to be psychic and say, oh man, I know that this guy is the guy for me. I know that this guy means well. This guy's looking at me, so I know he's the one for me. You know what? Yeah, I think we should just have sex and then just have a family and live happily ever after. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how relationships, normal relationships work. So now you make a decision. You get a brilliant idea. And you say, I'm gonna go over to that girl, and I'm gonna talk to that girl. So you go over to her, you give her a little compliment. Maybe you ask her where she's from. Maybe you ask her what's her name. You ask her a question that gets her talking a bit. Give her a compliment. Depending on where you are, you may offer to buy her a drink. Or you may just offer to to make her some food or something, or get her some food. I don't know, depending on the situation where you're at. But you now have to make that initiation. You got to make that connection, right? And then hopefully the conversation starts flowing. Hopefully you get some type of common ground, and hopefully you get some type of contact information. And this is why relationships are a lot of like business. And I find it very unfortunate that many people have a negative stigmatism when it comes to selling. but literally we're selling every day, even outside of business. We're selling that movie we just watched, that restaurant we just went to. We're selling our friends on the fact that the person we're with is good for us. We're selling our family on the fact that the purpose that we chose to embark on is meant for us, right? We're constantly selling. We're constantly trying to get people to see things our way in some way, shape, or form. So you're talking to her, and then you get the contact information, right? And what is the contact information kind of like? When you think of the contact information in business, it's kind of like the lead. That's the interested prospect. That's the person who's showing an interest, or they have a need or a want for your product because it's going to do X, Y, Z for their business, or a need for a want for your service because it's going to do X, Y, Z for that person. So you get the contact information. Now, you get in the contact, you made that initial connection to the girl you want. You don't have her yet. She's not your girlfriend yet. It's still the excited, suspenseful feeling of, am I going to get her? Is this going to go well? I can't wait for the first date. You start getting these types of thoughts. And then, you get the contact information, and then you wait about a day or two. You don't want to seem too thirsty. You want to seem overly, like you're overwhelmed by her or something like that. So you wait about 2 days. Give her a call. What is the call like? You give her a call because you're following up. You're following up on the first initial contact that you made inside of the get-together or inside of the lounge. Now you call her up, and this could be like relationships 101. This video right here could be relationship 101. It's amazing that I'm talking about business, but I just want to show you how much business relates to this type of stuff. So then now you follow up and you're talking to her, you call her up, and you guys are having a good time on the phone. So the second connection now is a good experience, right? She's getting to know you a little bit more. You're getting to know her a little bit more. You're getting to, you're getting familiar with her voice. You're getting familiar with the way she says things, the way she laughs. So this familiarity starts to build. This rapport starts to build, right? And then you're talking to her, right? You may call her again the next day, right? Shoot her a little good morning text. You might wait for the end of the day, and you call her again, right? Now, this is the third connection you guys are making. Now, this time you just, you're talking about your day, regular small talk, and then you may offer to take her out on a date. When are you free? When are you off from work? What time is your lunch break normally? I was wondering if we could go grab a bite at Panera Bread or something like that. Like now you initiate the next level, right? So you notice how it's a gradual build, right? This went from a woman who you did not know at all. You just thought she was beautiful. That sparked your interest. Then that caused you to make a new decision, right? There's never a change in life until you make a new decision. And that's in anything in life. Even when you want that girl, even when you want that man who's hot that you think looks good, you got to make a decision to go up to him. Even though men were a little easier, this will be real. We're a lot easier, I should say, than women. If there's a hot girl throwing themselves at us, most men is gonna take the opportunity. They're not. It's not gonna be like pulling teeth. It's not gonna. They know what they want. They kind of just like, women is a little bit different because they're more emotional. So, but all of this stuff you keep in mind. So then you offer to take out on a date, right? Now, you're probably not talking about sexual activity. You're probably not talking about kids. You're probably not talking about getting a house together. You're probably not talking about this real big next level stuff, because why? The relationship between you and that person hasn't ripened yet. You haven't built that trust yet. You haven't built that rapport yet. You haven't built that bond yet with this woman. So you want to take things to the next level. So the next thing is to get a date. Get a next face-to-face interaction. So you ask her out on a date. She goes on a date. You guys are having a great time. Everything's going good. Now that date is really going to solidify some things. That first initial date is really going to solidify some things, right? And if you guys have a really great time after the date, you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen. But there's a lead up. There's a build up to get it to the point where this woman becomes your girlfriend, or this woman becomes your wife. And even before wife, there's girlfriend. So there's levels. And I think people in business doesn't understand that when you have something powerful to offer to the world, understand that there's certain levels of exposure that you can expose your brand, expose your business, expose your products, expose your services at different levels. So you get more and more people in society familiar with how you can help them. And then after a while, when you start helping a lot of people, like I've got testimonials of people I've helped make money for the first time online ever. They never made any money as their own boss before. After they work with me, now they make money. So I get testimonials. So what starts to happen is now you have a result where you know for a fact you can teach people the right stuff so they can make money. You know what I mean? But that's in the business sense. But this is a lot like how relationships work. Like when I talk to my, you know, when you engage with leads, you want to build that rapport. You want to build that common ground. You want to find out what their needs are, what their desires are, what are their problems, what is the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, even for me, I remember when I was like in 4th grade. It was a crazy story. I was like in 5th grade at this time, right? And there's this girl that went to my school that I liked, right? And it's funny, this was a white girl. This was a redhead white girl. I just thought she looked good. I thought she looked amazing at the time, you know, because when we get older, our perception of beauty changes. So I don't know how she looks now. I don't know how I would feel about how she looks now or anything like that. All I knew is at this time, I was young as hell and I really wanted this girl. Next thing you know, we got class together. You know, we actually have the same class together. This is elementary school. So once you're in class, you see that person every day, all day, more or less. So then next thing you know, she becomes my girlfriend, right? And then, like, the crazy thing is we never hung out outside of school. You know, we spoke on the phone a little bit. You know, we're young. You know, we're not really doing nothing crazy. We're not meeting up. We're not really establishing anything for real. But it feels real on the inside. It feels like, oh, this is my prized possession. I got this girl, and I'm happy about it. Then next thing you know, she just one random day decides, oh, it's over. You know what I mean? They just want to break up with you. And the crazy part is, I felt really sad about that. Like, I was really sad about that. But you see how funny life is, because this is obviously wasn't real love. Obviously, it wasn't true love. I didn't know much about her family. I didn't know much about her to another level. I didn't know much about her past. I didn't know much about her experiences. She never told me. So it's like, obviously, where's this real love coming? It's puppy love. It doesn't really mean anything. Today, looking back on the situation, I can laugh at the situation and say, ha, 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 that was funny. But that's how life is a lot of times. Our perspectives change. And part of the reason why I share my stories and I share my insights on my channel is because my objective is to help people change their perspectives. My objective is to get you to look at things in a different way. Get you to look at things in a more empowering way. Get you to look at things in a more beneficial way. Because the way that we perceive things is going to impact the way we behave. And the way we behave is going to impact the way our results come in. You know what I'm saying? So when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I heard a millionaire say that one time. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So when you look at my channel, it's not going to be just about business, right? We go into a lot of life principles because I know that success is about the way you look at things. Money is nothing more than a mindset. Money is more, that's all money is. It's just a mindset, the way you are thinking. You know, do you see investment as losing money? Or do you see investment as you being able to put yourself in a better position to make more? Do you see maybe the fact that you didn't make your first sale the first week, but you may have gotten a couple leads in your business the first week? Do you see that as a reason to keep going, or do you see that as a reason to give up? You know, when you see that girl that you really want in the lounge, do you just go up to her and you say, oh, I want to have sex with you? Or do you start to build that rapport and get to know her a little bit before that? You see, like, the way you look at things literally is governing every single aspect of our lives. The way, and that, whether we want to believe it or not, you know? But the reality is just realizing that you can succeed, realizing that you have everything you need inside of you to be whatever you want to be. Whatever that next level is for you in your life, you can get there. You have what it takes to get there. You have you probably don't even realize how much tools, you probably don't realize how much people are before you that's trying to help you to get to the next level. But you got to start paying attention to the signs. You got to start taking advantage of the signs and live with non-resistant thought. Non-resistant thought is about going with the flow of how you feel. So if you feel good about making this next decision, you may not know exactly where your business is going to lead, but you know what the next step is. You feel good about taking the next step. Take the next step. Just feel, whatever that next step is that you feel good about, take that next step. Take it. Because the next step always leads you closer and closer and closer to where you're destined to be. As long as you feel good about the next step and you can take that next step, you may not have 4 steps down the line. You may not have 5 steps down. You may not know what's going to happen 5 steps down the line. But you got to take the next step. Take the next, just the next step. It's kind of like seeing the girl that you wanted or the man that you always wanted. right? You make a decision and take things to a next step. Let me go talk to this person. Let me ask this person some questions. So a lot of life can relate to business success. A lot of how we look at life results in our success in business or lack thereof. You know what I mean? As we in different stages in life, we perceive things differently. Like when I was in 4th grade and I felt like I got my heart broken, it was a false perception. there was, there was nothing there. I got over it like a couple days. You know what I'm saying? So, it doesn't affect you as much. But realize that in business now, because really and truly, be honest with you, my YouTube, that's my specialty strategy. Like YouTube ranking, search engine optimization, that's the first strategy that I really took advantage of to break through in my life and in my career as my own boss. Ever since that took off for me, I never looked back at a 9-to-5 job. I used to work at Babies R Us. I used to work as a security guard. I used to work at what else did I used to do? Babies R Us security guard, and there's one other job, but I'm forgetting the other job that I used to do. But yeah, anyway, so I had a couple jobs before I got into online internet business, but a lot of success is about unlearning what you thought that was true. The reprogramming of the mind, and just realizing that you got the light inside of you. Now all you got to do is figure out the strategy. You figure out the game plan. Once you have the game plan, you execute on that game plan. How often? On a daily basis. Not a weekly basis, not a monthly basis. A lot of you know the story already. You already know the story of how I made my first couple sales ever as my own boss, making money online. And that was because of a series of me taking a certain action every single day, repetitively, right? Every single day, wake up in the morning, I would shoot a video. I had learned all this stuff about search engine optimization. I had learned all this stuff about ranking videos. And I was just applying what I knew. At first, nothing happened. But I kept going. Next thing you know, things started to happen. Things started to shift. People started to buy products. People started to join me in the movement. People started to get started in the business. So things started to work, is what I'm trying to say. But if it wasn't for YouTube, really, YouTube is great because it's a great way to build that rapport. It's a great way to build that trust. It's a great way to build that bond with your audience, with the people who are watching you, with the people who are getting value from you on a daily basis. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. I'm on the road to 100,000 subscribers. I got a long way to go. But I'm on the journey, and I'm willing to keep going until it happens, right? Then after we get to 100,000 subscribers, we're going to go for 1 million subscribers. But right now, at this time, my initial goal is 100,000 subscribers. I would appreciate if you shared this video with 5 friends or family who you may know, with somebody who you think can benefit from this video. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. I'm going to be right back. I'll be right back. Hold on one second. All right. Yeah, so that's that. Building rapport is very important for building a brand. And video marketing is so powerful. I've been able to work with people from different countries from video marketing. I've been able to amass subscribers from different countries because of video marketing. Some of you have watched the video how I made my first $40,000 online from a YouTube video. So the possibilities are endless. And that's what I really want you to realize. I want you to realize that I want you to start to act in life with a non-resistant thought. And try it out. See what happens. Let me know the results. Non-resistant thought means that you go with the flow. Meaning that if you have an idea in your mind, you execute on that idea. If you see that girl in the party that you like and she looks good, you have a non-resistant thought, you go and approach her. You don't have no fear. If you know you're supposed to do something in your business or make a new decision in your business, you make that new decision without any fear. A non-resistant thought. Because in order to create a new life, You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to create, this is what I found out. This is what I found out on my journey. This is why I failed for so long, because I didn't realize this. In order to create a new life, the reason why we're stuck or we feel stuck in a certain situation is because we're in a loop. It's a loop. You're in a loop, right? And if you're some people call the loop the rut, right? Where you feel like you're stuck in the same spot, and it's like you're like the guinea pig on the hamster wheel. You're like the hamster on the hamster wheel. So the way to get out of this loop is you got to develop new patterns. You got to develop new thoughts and new habits. You got to take new actions. Do something you don't normally do. Step out of your comfort zone. You want a new life? Make new decisions. Create new habits. Create new behaviors. Get around new people. That's the way to create a new life. If you consistently do the same thing every day with the same people, you're making the same decisions. You're not stepping out of your comfort zone. You're not trying nothing new. You're not investing in yourself. You're not trying to grow. You're not trying to level up. You're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay in the rut. You're not being consistent. You're going to stay stuck because your pattern, you're in the pattern, that loop. But if you break out of this pattern and you start to develop new habits, you start to make new decisions, you start to take bold action, you start to go up to the girl that you want, you start to go up to the guy that you want without any fear, you start to shoot the videos you're supposed to shoot, you start to invest into that training course you really, really need, and you start to really make bold steps into changing your life, eventually things will change because you're no longer in the same patterns anymore. You're in a new type of mind frame, new patterns, a new way of thinking, a new way of approaching life, a new way of really just growing. Because that's what life is about. Life is about growing. But I want you to see, the purpose of this video was to get you to realize that he's drinking some green tea. I don't know, green tea is just real refreshing to me. Green tea is like, it's not too sweet, but it's just refreshing enough. But yeah, Arizona green tea. But yeah, so that's that. They should probably send me a check. Arizona, if you're watching this video, send me a check, right? Because I just promoted your brand. Just send me a thank you check. I would really, really appreciate that. Just a suggestion. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I highly suggest. I think that's the right thing to do. So yeah, business is similar to creating relationships outside of business. If you start to look at business as you just simply creating rapport, but you're not just creating rapport. Like when you're in business, you're not just creating rapport just to create rapport. You're creating rapport to solve that person's problem. That's what you're doing. You're creating rapport to transform that person's situation for the better. That's all it's about. That's all business is about. You're creating rapport so that that person can understand why they need, want, or should have what you have to offer. Apply these techniques to your life. Apply these techniques to your business. Start to move with more non-resistant thoughts. And I promise you, things will start to change. Why? Because it has to change. When your thoughts change and your habits change, the results have to change. When your thoughts change and your habits change, the results have to change. Make sure to hit the bell notification button. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can be notified immediately whenever I do videos like this. I would appreciate if you dropped a comment below letting me know your puppy love story, or the first time you feel like you got your heart broken and you looking back on that situation like, oh, are you serious? Like, I got my heart broken over that. I was worried about that much. Like, I think we all have situations where we could look back on our past and be like, we were perceiving things of the wrong way back then. But at the end of the day, a closed mind can't succeed. A closed mind can't be successful. A wise man sees opportunity where everybody else sees none. In order for us to open our horizons, broaden our view of the world, brighten up our day, brighten up our world, the only way to do that is to open up the mind. This openness is about open. You know what I mean? Closed is like shrinking. It's like closed. You feel small, you feel confined. But open, you feel big, you feel powerful, you feel mighty. That's how it works. It's perspective. So all you gotta do, if you need some money-getting training courses, because that's what I am in the profession of, teaching and educating. If you need some money-getting training courses for your aspirations, whatever you're trying to do, because, we're attracting an army of people here in the 300 to Freedom movement. All you gotta do is go to workwithjohnbelcher.com, check out your money-getting courses. That's all you gotta do, right? And if you see something there that you wanna learn or see something there that can benefit you, all you got to do is get started. I'll send you over your own special username, your own special password and login link, and you can get started with me. If you see one of those products as being something that can benefit you. Now, remind you, at this time now, you have the ability to get the Mega and the Pro bundle package if you're in Herbalife, right? If you're a Herbalife distributor, because I work with many different people in business, right? But if you're a Herbalife distributor, you can now get the Mega and the Pro training for a bundle price $197, right? And that the Mega alone is normally $197 at this time. I don't know how soon the price is gonna go up, but the Mega alone is $197. If you get the Mega, if you get straight to the Mega without going Pro, you save yourself $50. The Pro is $50. So when you purchase Mega, you get the Pro for free. The Pro comes with the Mega. Now, if you get the Pro, you got to upgrade later. All right? And that's the bell. So I'm going to see you guys later. Somebody's at the door. Peace.